line, what do you see? You see that PSAR flip. You see that PSAR flip. It starts before it, but you see the PSAR flip. So that's so very important. But look right here. It's not trying to push through. It's not trying to push through because that means I got some resistance. I got some resistance somewhere, but because it's not pushing through. My lower time frame is my lower time frame is in that buy, so it's got to finish that correction. This one is actually going to go down. Look, look at this. So I hope nobody was in this for a buy, right? Because look, we got the major support right here. I mean, look at this push down on the hour. Look at that push down on the hour. Now, the only thing that might change it, where's my stochastic? My stochastic, so that's, hold on. My stochastic is not going to do it just yet. My stochastic is here and it's starting to curve and it's starting to turn up. The 4 hour has a major push. My stochastic is almost down here. Unless now this is a strong. You see, you got the red line and you got the blue line. My signal line and the blue line is actually, this is the market rate for this currency pair, and this is the signal, right? So this is still pushing down kind of strong, but it's also getting toward the end, right? It's getting toward the end. My daily has actually flipped down to a sell. Where's my PSAR? You're trying to find the strength of the market. You're trying to find out what's going on, the strength of the market. This has been stuck in a range, some sort of range, right? It's been kind of stuck, going down and up, right? And then it came from down there. So you want to kind of see what's going on. This is where that range is. So you want to wait. If it breaks through here, if it breaks through this resistance, this support line, it's gonna sell. But it hasn't broken through there. It's being held right now. So this is why we're not gonna take a trade off of here right now. And so I like to explain to you the why behind the what. It's definitely bouncing and it's pushing on it. It's pushing on it now. But you notice that my stochastic, all of it's close to the bottom. Now, you want to wait to see what the market does, because if it pushes through, remember the stochastic can go to zero. But right now it's being held. It's being held at this support line. So we don't want to take a trade there just yet. So let me go back and see. Do I see your comment? Hold on. So the other morning, yes, I definitely remember you. I keep getting caught in the market corrections. Okay. You watch one of the videos and you say you could see a lot more using the line candles. Okay. Okay. So I was using a line. I did use a line. Let me show you what they're talking about, right? This is the line. I'll switch to the line to see that support and resistance line. So that is it. Oh, congratulations. You did 3 trades today and all 3 won. Congratulations. You are cashing out on your own. You are becoming a signal. See, I love the testimonies. You guys keep the testimonies coming. So do I have any more great advice? Keep practicing. Keep perfecting your skill set on that 15-minute chart before you go higher. You get their skill set on the 15-minute chart, you definitely will be able to capture. And then also you want to build your account from the 15-minute chart. You definitely want to build your account from the 15-minute chart, because you're going to have pullback. I'm showing you how to minimize the pullback, but you are going to have pullback. It's going to happen. And if you're trying to trade from the hour time frame, your pullback will, if you have a low account, meaning that you're starting $200, $300, like, you're gonna have a pullback, and based on your lot size or how many trades you have, you're not gonna stay in that trade because of the pullback. You could have all the correct analysis and it's going in the right direction, right? So you're gonna have that. Let's look at some currency pairs too. Let's look at some currency pairs. Drop something in the chat. Drop something in the chat. The problem you have is that you locate the stochastic around the 20, and you wait for the candle and PSAR flip. Sometimes the stochastic is in the middle. That is correct. No, you take that trade. If everything lines up, you take that trade. These just happen to be perfect setups, right? Those just happen to be perfect setups. But by the time you get the momentum, the stochastic might be here. But remember, it's momentum. Momentum has to move, right? It's not going to stand still and wait. Momentum is moving. So if it was going sideways, we don't have any momentum, and this is my stochastic flat line, right? I don't want a flat line stochastic. So like right here, this one is going sideways, so it's kind of flat line. But what I'm looking for is that momentum to go up. And by the time everything is ready on this one, you see I'm around the 50. That's okay. It cannot start around the 50, right? It can, my stochastic cannot start around the 50, but it can actually be up to the 50 by the time the trade activates, because we're looking, this is about momentum. And so my momentum has to start around the 20. My momentum needs to start around the 80. So I don't like this one. It starts at the 50. There's no momentum coming from here. So you're looking for a sell. This momentum started around the 20 for a buy, and then it turned around and started going for a sell. This is not momentum, right? This is not, I mean, of course it's momentum, but it's not the momentum we're looking for, right? It's not what we're looking for. Do we have a currency pair? GBP CAD. You know, you don't have to watch your trades, but that's why I'm emphasizing, you know, that's why I'm emphasizing what I'm emphasizing. The market is at a pause. And that, it had a lot of news. Look at this, the same thing, consolidated. Look where it's at, it's stuck right here. So second question, if you have already 10 pips, how do you go back in the market and see how far up and down? Now, once you get, when you're learning, I'm going to recommend 10 pips, right? Even if it goes for 80, right? It goes for 80. It can go for 80. And then you'll be sitting back, right, saying, oh my goodness, I could have got 80 pips, right? You know, I don't want you to do that. I want you to remove your emotions and check your emotions at the door, because you are here to change the financial paradigm of your life. You're here to change the financial, I mean, just to completely change everything financially with you. So if I'm learning something, if you go work on somebody's job, right, you have to go through training first. You really have to go through training. Then you see all the potential out there. You see all the potential, but you're content with going through training and understanding that you perfect the skill set of your job, right? And we do that. But when we get in this market, we want all the pips, right? We want all the pips. But what about my skill set? What about learning my skill set that's going to take me to that next level? We have to do for us what we're willing to do for other people. And actually, you need to do for you more than what you're willing to do for other people. So for other people, you follow the steps, you follow the process, you go through the necessity, you do your wait periods. You got a job where you got a 6-month probationary period, you know, or 90 days, whatever it is. But when we start doing for ourselves, we want to skip steps, break all the rules. We want to do all of that. So no, 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 no. We definitely want to make sure, that we are in the right space. We want to make sure that we're doing this right. And so if that means do 10, and once you get comfortable with the market, once you start hearing from the market's going to talk to you. And once you start hearing from that market, and the market is, you're speaking to it and you're listening to it, then guess what? At that point is when you're able to take it to the next level. You're able to get on that hour time frame. You're able to do your support and resistance and catch 80 pips off of the 15-minute chart. So, but perfect your skill set and learn how to read these charts and let them talk to you. Do that. But while you're doing that, you can still make a significant profit by catching a few pips and compounding it, right? You can. So y'all want to keep looking at GBP tonight. All of them are going to be doing the same thing. They're all going to be doing the same thing. They've been reacting exactly the same. So they pretty much do the same thing, but they have been completely reacting the exact same. So the charts are normally a little bit, they're the same, but they're a little bit different for GBP. But they're all the GBP pairs. I don't care which one I pull, is going to do the exact same thing. So yes, that's overbought, oversold, right? Overbought, oversold. So it has to turn around. So it goes between 0 and 100. The stochastic goes between 0 and 100. What about 70-30? Yes, you can. That's why I use the term around, because you see this one is actually at the almost at the, well, it's sitting at the 90, right? I'm not gonna not take that trade, but if this one is at 70, right? So that's why I say around. But you want to make sure you have all those analysis, all that stuff completed. You want to make sure you've gone through all of that, right? AUD. No, the market is reacting. It's you know, imagine as a child after you got a spanking, you had to go sit down and calm down, right? The market was acting up today based on the news, and then you have to go sit down and get yourself back together. That's what it does. If you notice, we have a lot of news. That's what the market does, right? It has to settle back down because we have what we call fundamental analysis, technical analysis, and the sentiment. So the technical analysis is what we learn how to mark up, what that academy is going to teach you. As you go through it, you're going to learn how to be able to see the structures, the market trends, the shapes, right? You're going to learn all of that. But then the fundamental analysis is why we tell you to watch the news. Why we not, and I'm gonna emphasize not any news. I'm gonna advocate. I wish they would give me a check, but I'm gonna advocate Bloomberg. I'm definitely going to give you Bloomberg, right? So I definitely want you to understand that because the news, those people are working, but Bloomberg is about the chart. So you have to completely remove your emotion of everything that's happening, and you have to get into the market, and you have to understand it from a fundamental standpoint of how it affects businesses, because this is every major market around the globe, right? So you want to understand how it affects businesses. So you have to put on your business hat. Remember, you enrolled and now you're learning to make, so you want to look at it from that perspective. And why do you think that Mr. Rogers is so on point when he puts those US 30 trades out? Why do you think that he doesn't miss on those? And I'm gonna, just continue to praise God for that, because that is a combination. That's the top 30 US companies. So that's a combination of over 20 years of financial news. That's a combination of understanding how he's a business owner. So he understands how the things that happen in our economy and the news and all of that, understands how that actually affects our markets, right? So from a business standpoint, so that when you're trading indices and you're trading metals, anything like that, you want to understand the fundamental too. And the sentiment is how they feel about it, right? So you have to know how they feel about it to know how it's going to react. So that's why this morning, we got 150 points, not pips, right? I'm going to emphasize that. We got 150 points, right? I'm going to show you. We got 150 points in 7 minutes. Somebody counted it. It was 7 minutes, right? And I'm saying it was quick, so I'm going to take a word for it, right? But when it's executed, right, we had a sell stop in place. And it actually went down for, right, it actually went down for 322 points, right? That's what it did. It went down further for 322 points. And if that's the right drop, right, because if that's the right one, I'm looking at the wrong one because I'm thinking I'm on the other time frame. So just understand, whether it's the right one or the wrong one, it dropped. And it dropped 100. Our sales stop was at 150 points. So, but I mean, it had a drop. If you would have caught this one, that was 438 points. Now, I'm gonna tell you why we don't convert this to pips, because I know we have a lot of new people on here. When we take these trades and you see 150, that's not 150 pips, that's 150 points. So right here, I'm talking about 438. That would have been 4,388 pips. First of all, is that realistic? Because this is indice. This is an indice, right? So it sounds good. It sounds great, right? It sounds great. But we're not here to sound great. We're here to educate you. We're not here to sound great. We're here to keep you understanding how the markets work. And if I'm telling you to get your accuracy, I want you to be able to take this trade. I cannot tell you the joy I felt when that person posted in the chat. I have to go back and get their name, but they posted in the Telegram that they took a US 30 trade and they did it on their own, and their profit was phenomenal, right? I was just so excited. And what that means is they're becoming a signal. So if I want you to become a signal, I have to empower you with the right information. And the right information, if I'm telling you to plug into the news source that talks about the markets, that's Bloomberg. So I'm not going to mislead you and tell you that's 43, almost 4,400 pips, because it's not. The Bloomberg is talking about points. The market, anytime you speak to anybody about the market, they're talking about points. So we don't want you to have a different conversation in the house and then go outside and can't end up understand the conversation that anybody else is having. So we want you to be able to operate outside of the house, outside of here, and able to talk. So if I told you I caught 200 pips, this is all you caught, right? That's actually quote unquote 300. That's all you caught. You didn't move a candle. So we want to empower you and give you the knowledge, right? Because that was only 30 points. So we want you empowered and give you the knowledge. So we had a few currency pairs. Oh, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. Got a few. The market is really not doing too much right now. That's why I'm willing to answer all these questions and this training. So you get in, okay. The first confirmation, the very first confirmation is the stochastic, right? The very first confirmation is the stochastic. Now, once you look at the stochastic, right, then that's where you make a decision if you're gonna do something else. Hold on, we might have a trade. So that's when you make a decision if you're gonna do something else. So like right here, the stochastic, I got my blue line, right? 30 points is 300 pips, correct, technically and untechnically, right? So 30 points is that you cannot convert an indice. You know, that's the kicker. You cannot convert an indice because when you leave the house, which is in this conversation on these Zooms, talking with educators, right? Anything, that's the house. When you leave the house and go outside, you cut your TV on, you say I got 300 pips, somebody's gonna laugh at you and be like, what are you talking about? Because that's not the conversation that the investors are having. That's not the conversation that the business owners are having. That's not, because they're looking at the points, the point movement. It's up so many points. It's up 200 points. It's down 300 points. If I'm only speaking to you in pips and you turn it on, you're not gonna understand what they're talking about when I tell you to plug in, because that's not the conversation that they're having, right? You will be the only one having that conversation. And our goal is to make sure you're empowered with knowledge and in the right knowledge, right? So here we are, you're talking about dropping for a sale on our time frame. Go down some time frames. I'm in a sale. My 4 hour is in a, but it is in a sale, but it's still sitting at this, right? It's sitting at this, see how I know? It's sitting at this support line. You look at the candles, how do I know? I'm looking at these candles and you see they're not pushing through. They're not pushing through. It got here and it pulled back a little bit, pulled back, and now it looks like it's trying. But my stochastic is actually all the way down at the bottom, right? My stochastic on the 4 hour is down at the bottom. So it just, what's the daily doing? That's actually in the sale too. So if it breaks through there, it breaks through this point, right? It breaks through here. You can put it on your watch list. It needs to break through there. It definitely needs to break through there. And I have a feeling it should, unless we got some major news coming. You look at the market structure overall, but you want it to break through. You want it to break through. And what's happening down below? So it's already, if you look at the 1 minute, you can kind of see how it came through, but it's retesting, right? So did I move it a little bit? But okay. But on my 5 minute, my momentum has started to come up. So you're in a correction right now. You're definitely it's definitely in a correction. But if for us to take that sale, I needed to completely break through, and I did move it. I thought so. It comes through. Awesome. So it comes through, but you wanted to break it. So if you're trying to trade it now, in order to trade on the hour time frame, in order to trade on a higher time frame, let me give you this disclaimer. You need to understand the support and resistance lines, right? You need to understand that, because this is not 10 pips and cash out. It's not 10 pips and cash out. It is not, I keep cooking the wrong candles. It is not 10 pips and cash out. That's not what that is. This is actually grab some pips and go to find my support and resistance lines. And that's how you set your take profit 1, take profit 2, and take profit 3, right? That's how you set it. So this is where that question about the lines, where did the lines come in? Why did you switch to the lines? These lines help you identify support and resistance lines, right? The lines help you, right? So you see where the lines tap, that is those little peaks and points. These are actually the close. So they actually help you identify and actually see clearer those support and resistance lines. And then you can draw your lines. Like you see, I got the yellow line right here. I can, it's actually a zone, understand it's a zone, but I can draw my lines right there. And I can definitely do that. So you know, so here we go. So that's what that is. So you like the lines too now, huh? So you trade with the lines from. So here we go, here we go. Let me see here. So that was that one. Let me grab these few currency pairs that you guys are asking about. I will go over a few of them. The market is not doing anything right now as it is. So AUD JPY is in consolidation, right? AUD JPY is in consolidation, right? You got AUD USD. It should be doing pretty much the same thing, right? Yeah. So it looked like it's trying to have a trend change. This one looked like it's trying to have a change, but on the see when you this is the importance of dropping down, right? I was in a buy, and look, I got this pullback where it looked like it's starting to shift, right? I'm starting to shift. I dropped down to the 5-minute. My 5-minute was trying to sell, but it's already going back up into a buy, right? It's already going back up into a buy. So guess what? There's nothing else to talk about, right? This is a market correction. That's all this is a market correction. It's not going into a sell. That's a market correction. If it goes into a sell, it's not going into a sell right now because this is going back into a buy. My current swing in the market is in a buy. See, how did I know that, right? You listen to the market, it's going to talk to you. Current swing in the market. So we are not selling this trade. So let's see. I think that's about it. You're looking at BTC. Now, when you want to trade cryptocurrency, you need to understand your support and resistance lines as well. Understand your support and resistance. Cryptocurrency, I trade from the 5-minute. Yes, cryptocurrency, I trade from the 5-minute. Indices, I scout. Gold, I scout. But this is in consolidation. This BTC is in consolidation. So overall trend, it works exactly the same. You see how clean and cut this strategy, these indicators are, right? If I was to actually show you my Japanese candles, this is what cryptocurrency look like. This one is a lot smoother than some of the other ones. Bitcoin is a lot smoother than some of the other ones, but that's what cryptocurrency looks like. So how the market is yawning. What else? Okay, so look at the time. Let me answer these few questions so we can actually close this call out. You want the steps? I'll go over them real quick for you one more time. Yes. So crypto is pips, but you need to go through the academy because each pair is different. Each pair is different, right? Each pair is different. So you definitely want to go through it. On the 5-minute chart with the gold is the 5-minute chart with the exact same confirmations. Gold is the 5-minute chart with the exact same confirmation. So someone asked for it again. So let me kill 2 birds with 1 stone so we can close this call out. This is gold, right? This is gold. Gold has overall been in a nice uptrend, but it moves so fast, right? It moves really fast. So you see it's on a 4-hour chart, it's in a nice uptrend, right? But it's a lot of movement, right? That's a lot of movement. So I dropped down to the 5-minute chart. This is how I do my US 30 as well. I drop down to the 5-minute chart. And when you're on this 5-minute chart, right? When you're on a 5-minute chart, look at the same confirmations. It's the exact same thing. So what am I looking for? Around at 20, I'm looking for the blue line to cross over the red in a buy. And so that gives me a buy. Whatever my stochastic says, that's what it is. So I start with the blue line crossing over the red and an upward momentum. And the answer to that is yes. So, and then I'm looking for a green candle with a flat bottom for a buy because my stochastic told me that I'm looking for a buy. Then I go find my green candle with a flat bottom and my PSAR flip. This is when this trade activated. This is when this trade activated right here. I drop down to the 1 minute chart because I'm still going to drop down. And I have to find my arrow, but I'm still going to drop down. Each candle is a minute, so it might take me a while to train you, but to find it, to show you. But you notice my current swing in the market is in that buy, right? I'm in that buy. So it's actually still in the upward. It's in a buy where I want to be. Factor of 4 to 6. I jump over here, look at my 30-minute chart. Look at my 30-minute chart. Let me find my arrow. No, it shouldn't be this far over. Here it is. It's way over here. Now, guess what? The current swing in the market is in a sell. See that? The current swing in the market is actually in a sell. So you want to be cautious because this moves. It's just, that's it. The factor of 4 to 6 is literally multiplied by 4 or 6 when you're looking for the swing in the market. It's really not complicated. It's just simply to know where you want to check your time frame is just use that. So no, I'm doing the arrow. I'm doing the arrow just to show you where I am, right? And actually on gold, I might even go to the 15-minute too, because you notice we got a few, but at the same time, it's not enough for my comfort. We got a few, but you actually went to that next support line. But this is what I mean about being comfortable enough with yourself. The 1 minute and the 15-minute were in a buy. The 30-minute using a factor of 4 to 6, it was not in a buy. But you see it was in a market correction, right? You definitely see the correction, but it's not in a buy. But you do see a correction. So you just have to get comfortable enough with the chart to say, you know what? I'll take it in a correction or I want it completely turned around, right? You're going to take it with the correction or you want it completely turned around. I'm comfortable enough where I'll take it there just a little bit, but I would rather have time frame confluence across the board. And you got it on the 1 and the 15, but not the 30. The 30 is the highest that you're going to go for time frame confluence on the 5-minute chart. And then you're not in the trade as long either. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are now past our time actually that we're supposed to be on this call, but 5 pips on a 5-minute chart. But when I'm trading gold or indices, pretty much US 30, I have that down to about 20 points each with the confirmations. But gold it kind of moves a little different too. So gold, I do support and resistance lines. I definitely do the support and resistance lines, and I'm not going for as much. You can make a lot of money with gold, but at the same time, it moves just like the indices do. But I know the indices on those rotations on those flips on a 5-minute chart, that's about 20 points. So, but right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna close this call out. But as we close this call out, I want to say, Mr. Rogers, are you there?
Yes. Folks, once again, we want to definitely applaud and appreciate the Trade Whisperer herself, Ms. Tasha M Dyer. So if you've been excited about this tool list this evening, I need you to put a 555 in the chat. If you can put a 555 in the chat, fantastic. And if you've been with us all day, you had the opportunity to participate in those US 30 calls today, and it was just an amazing day for you. I need you to put an 888 in the chat. Fantastic. Today has just simply been amazing. And I share the same sentiments as Ms. Dyer. It's just such a treat to know that you guys are beginning to grasp this information and you're cashing out on your own. And even if you are participating in some of the US 30 calls that we get an opportunity to share with you, you're still in the position where you're eating it and eating for yourself. So we're excited about that. And, we're here to ensure that you become your own bank. That's what our whole motif is. That's what we're excited about being able to accomplish with you. And with that being said, we have some live events that's going to be taking place coming up here soon on the 19th of October in the Tampa Bay area. If you're in the Tampa Bay area on October the 19th, you want to make sure that you go get registered today. BYOB cash out, excuse me, got BYOB cash out of my mind. BYOBchallenge.net. Go to the event tab and get registered for the Tampa event. That event is going to take place from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. Once again, you have the opportunity to sit at the feet of Ms. Tasha M Dyer, the trade whisperer. You also have the opportunity to be there with the likes of our very own Dr. Craig Bythewood, the finance doctor. So, folks, if you're serious, if you know anyone in the area, the vicinity, if you want to go ahead and make sure that you get registered, because it's going to be standing room only. So you want to go ahead and make sure that you take full advantage of that opportunity to have your face in the place and that you have a seat. So if you have to skateboard, roller skate, rollerblade, hoverboard, hovercraft, bicycle, you want to make sure that you're at that event because it's going to be life changing. And then for those who are really looking forward to take full advantage of the residual aspect of this amazing vehicle, then what we're going to do also on November the 2nd, we're once again going to be in the Tampa Bay area. And I have the privilege of introducing you to my very own mentor, Mr. C. Thomas Gambrell, the gentleman who has taught me everything that I literally know about the industry over 20 plus years. He was very instrumental in helping me build one of the largest organizations that we're able to put together over 30,000 business partners. So you're going to get an opportunity from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Yes, 12 hours to sit at the feet of a gentleman who is considered to be who's who in this industry. So you want to make sure that you go to also BYOBchallenge.net and take advantage of the early bird registration to take full advantage of that November the 2nd. Folks, I can promise you, your 2020 is coming up. We want to make sure that your eyesight is clear, your earshot is open, and your heart is right. And he's going to teach you step by step and word for word how to create the success, not only for yourself, but the people that you're connected to. He's going to teach you word for word and step for step. So I promise you this, folks, if you're serious about establishing ATMs and branches around the country, around the globe, then you cannot afford to miss that event either, November the 2nd. So with that being said, folks, God willing, we're going to see you on this coming Monday at 5 a.m. Enjoy your weekend. I pray blessings upon you and your family. I pray the Lord protects you. I pray that your heart and mind is ready to receive as you continue to grow in wisdom and understanding. I pray right now that you would just be the best individual that you've been purposed and called to be. I pray a hedge of protection over your family, that your children are protected, your household is flourishing, and remind yourself that you are the lender and not the borrower. Denounce and walk away from poverty mindsets and individuals who are toxic. Only healthy, vibrant relationships. So bless you, bless your family, bless your business. And we say thank you for allowing us to be a part of your life as we impact 1 million families by March 28, 2021, financially educated and impacted. And you're playing a viable role in that. So if this has been beneficial this evening, make sure that you go and bless someone with this information. Give a testimony in the IML Web MLS Facebook group. Let people know that you're winning. We're excited for you. Once again, we thank you. God bless you. And we bless you in the name of Jesus. And as you're signing off, we want to put an 888 in the chat for new beginnings, for you being prosperous, that your greatness is housed on the inside of you. Have a wonderful evening and enjoy your weekend. And this will officially conclude this call.